Hey, what's up guys? Soujyuro, welcome back to more Witch on the Holy Night. Last time we did the extras, wait. No, just continue. Yeah, we did the extras, the Wonderful World of Ploys 1 and 2. They kind of implied there'd be more, so I guess they get unlocked later, maybe, I assume. Also, if I end up sounding tired at all throughout this, I woke up literally 45 minutes ago. I literally got up, drank half an energy drink, got some food in me, and started recording, so yeah. Okay. Scarred Scar Red. Chapter 9. December, the month when even monks were busy at work. It was the culmination of the year. Perhaps due to all the off-put tasks that build up through the seasons, the month always seemed to pass by in the blink of an eye. It was a day like any other in December. Though none of them were any the wiser to what the others were doing, Aoko, Alice, and Soujyuro had spent the day attending to their own affairs. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Wouldn't want other people in my affairs.
Nani? Kore.
What? Was Soujyuro doing something dumb? Suppressing the urge to murder someone, her terrifying voice boomed across the room. What? What happened? The sunroom was often used to dine in when the weather was nice, since it overlooked the courtyard. It was a room decorated with high-quality furniture and upholstery, befitting in a historic Western-style mansion. The fusion of Chinese Chippendale aesthetics and traditional English Georgian elegance caused even Aoko, a commoner, to think twice about doing anything unaristocratic on the grounds. Okay. Truthfully, she was sickened by the flagrant waste of money, but none of it was paid for out of her pocket, so she could have cared less what the purchaser spent their money on. 3 unbelievably out-of-place offerings sat atop the lavish sunroom's table as if enshrined. It's just ramen. It just looks like ramen with an egg yolk in the middle. I don't see what the big deal is, Aoko. In stark contrast to the room, they appeared like meals prepared by aliens.
Soujyuro. Kore. Nanka atarashii joudan.
Wait, I know, wait, okay. I don't know why she thinks it's fucked up, but Aoko, just wait. His food may look weird, but Aoko's trembling fists clenched and unclenched as she questioned the one responsible for today's menu. The clock struck 9 in the evening. The chef in charge nodded dutifully, eager to explain.
これはうちの会社の新製品。
Okay.
パチモン臭いが中身は本当にパチモンだと木の実が言ってた。でも俺は本物よりいいと思う。
Okay.
そんなことより評価すべきは社内販売なんで1個40円を切る低価格だ。
40 yen? What? God damn!
すごいぞ。卵をつけても60円とか。
The lackluster chef seemed pleased with himself as he boasted. Okay. Aoko wanted to grumble that the real steal was her appetite.
そう、よかったわね。ところで、今日の夕飯はどこにあるの？
This is it. The chef thought for a second or two, then clapped his hands together in revelation.
青崎、そんなに食べると太るよ。
Oh, Soujyuro, you got way too comfortable, my guy. You're way too comfortable now.
つまり、これが夕飯だって言い張る気なのね、あんたは。
Alice is like, oh my. He wouldn't said it.
言い張るも何もこれ以外用意していない。
The two stood there glaring at each other. Aoko gave off an air that said she would rather die than eat his food, while Soujyuro was convinced she would capitulate eventually. So confident, he even considered chiding her about being so picky. As usual, the two could not see eye to eye.
いや、私は食べないからね、こんなの。
Oh, okay, well watch Alice eat it, who's probably even pickier than you are.
お姫様みたいなこと言うんじゃない。だいたい今日の夕食代はこれで3名様200円未満なんだぞ。
Yeah, I mean that's pretty freaking good. Soujyuro puffed his chest out at his penny-pinching prowess. Alice alternated her gaze between the two quarreling roommates and the strange food before her, which she had also never seen before. She remained a mere bystander in all this.
信じられない。一人60円の食事って、あんた一体いつの生まれよ。
1980 something?
このご時世、新しくできた牛丼屋ですら贅沢に原価上げてるわよ、バカ。
青崎、1ヶ月の食費が3万円だけであんな好き勝手な食生活をしていたら、俺が君たちに殺される前に全員が飢え死ぬと思うんだ。
I mean, he's not. But you know, I mean, 30,000 yen could go pretty far if you're not dumb. I don't think you have to do 200 yen per meal. Like, I don't know.
確かに昨日のアリスの肉料理は素晴らしかった。グラム700円から肉は種類が変わるんだって感動した。生協の果汁 100% ジュースだってちょっと本気でバカにできるもんじゃないと反省したよ。けどあれが3日続いたらこの家はどうなってしまうんだい？
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the food money is probably coming out of your budget. Seems like you're paying rent, so. Soujyuro was making perfect sense for once. Yeah, like, can you argue with that? I don't know. Fortunately, neither Aoko nor Soujyuro noticed the silent stare of disapproval coming from Alice.
その時はその時よ。
Okay.
それにね、昨日みたいなのはめったにないの。アリスはあんたの料理に触発されて柄にもなく頑張ったみたいだけど。
With Aoko's words, Alice closed her eyes. She might have been trying to quell her anger.
信じられない。じゃあ、今までどんな生活してたんだ、青崎たちは。
That's a good question.
その時はそれぞれで何とかやってたわ。飢え死に一歩手前ぐらいいい精神修行じゃない。
I don't. I don't. You shouldn't. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll concede that. Yeah, maybe it does keep you on your toes. I'll concede that. But, you shouldn't be doing that. Her brazen response left him speechless. Though a story for another time, Soujyuro remembered a warning from a certain vice president who was complaining about a certain president incessantly bugging him to take her to lunch at the end of the month. But that was neither here nor there.
そんな昔のことより今のこと。
Oh, did he say that out loud? Whoops.
前に見せたあの腕はどこに行ったのよ、宗十郎。あれを見込んで今日の夕飯を任せたっていうのに。
Those cooking skills are when he has actual, ingredients. Out of everything, that seemed to be what ate Aoko the most. The stir-fried yaki udon he had prepared previously had been very well received. It had even melted away Aoko's morning grumpiness with just one bite. However, Soujyuro had not seen fit to tell them that it was one of the only dishes in his limited repertoire. I mean, still, for a bachelor, the ability to cook is as close to a superpower as one could get. Sure. 15 years into the future, it would likely become a highly desirable trait. Regardless, that misunderstanding had led Aoko and Alice to overestimate Sojuro's culinary talents. Her ire finally made sense to Soujyuro.
わかった。自腹を切るから出前を取ろう。作るにしても材料がないからな。
Don't cave. Alice, try it and tell Aoko it's not bad, please.
その代わり、それは回収する。
Aoko basked in her victory. It was then, after seeing Sojuro's face as he went to fetch the delivery menu, Aoko realized her misreading of him. What annoyed Aoko most was the fact that such little effort was put into dinner. But to Soujyuro, this dinner had not been about cutting corners, but rather about a meal he had legitimately wanted to try. Aoko ruminated on how it could probably pass as food for someone raised in the mountains. That's rude. He probably had access to, you know, fresh mushrooms and leeks and all that. You know, he probably had good food. And then...
Alice, 何してるの?
Is she trying it? Unlike Big Bad Aoko. Aoko noticed Alice standing near the table, holding one of the bowls tightly.
もうそれはいいんだってば。宗十郎に返してきちんとした出前にしましょう。
Despite Aoko's words, Alice stood her ground, firmly clutching the bowl. Oh, she did. Her and Soujyuro are like, bro. I don't. She is at this point. She's. I don't know if it's intended as kindness, but like at this point, I feel like she's very, very kind to Soujyuro. Alice anyway. Like, like she's like, you know what? Yeah, he said that he thought it tasted fine. You know, I'll give it a go. In fact, she seemed to, or did she already try it and is like, wow, this is pretty fucking good. She seemed to be embracing it.
これ、私のだから。
Oh. Alice's faint voice drifted across the sunroom. And just like that, the night's menu had been decided by majority rule. Aoko's shoulders sank in disappointment at her lot that evening. Come to think of it, Alice was always peculiar about things she deemed were hers. Yeah, okay. It was morning and there were 10 days left in December. While the rest of the city was preparing for Christmas festivities, Soujyuro headed to his part-time job. Though it looked like it could snow at any minute, the tree-lined streets were bustling with people. These days were particularly merry. Students on winter break spent their days hanging out with friends while they counted down the days until seasonal holidays. A flashy banner for Christmas cakes. Huge advertisements adorning the building fronts. The station plaza bustling with pop-up stalls. From among the crowd in this heaving district, Soujyuro stepped into a phone booth. Safe from the winter wind, the inside seemed warm by comparison. The thought that it would actually be nice to have one in the mountains crossed his mind as he inserted a coin into the phone. He dialed a number from memory, his hand moving on its own. After about 5 seconds, the phone began to ring. Another 5 seconds, another ring. 10 seconds had passed. He gazed through the window at the various signs on the surrounding buildings and marveled at the sheer number of people out and about so early. The number he dialed was that of Tobimaru Tsukiji. The Tsukiji name was well known in Misaki as a distinguished landowning family going back generations. Incidentally, their residence was located in the neighboring town of Yashirogi. The ringtone was finally replaced by the kind voice of an elderly woman. After her polite greeting, she handed over the phone to Sojuro's target.
おはよう、飛び丸。
はい。おはよ
Just waking up, huh? He was still half asleep, or so it sounded to Soujyuro.
一つ相談があるんだけど、いいか？
う。陽気に計らえ。
His response didn't exactly inspire confidence in Soujyuro, but he cut right to the chase. The vice president's pause was a long one. Oh, we're not going to hear what the chase was, or what okay. He was hard to read from this end of the receiver.
単純なことで俺を起こすな。
Are we gonna be let in on the happenings here?
いいか、宗次郎。仲が悪けりゃ遊びに行け。機嫌を取りたきゃいいとこ見せろ。で、それが合わなきゃ早めに手を切れ。俺ができるアドバイスはそんなもんだ。
Was he really just asking about like how to make Alco not mad about the food anymore? Okay. And with a piece, Tobimaru hung up. It may have been 10 in the morning to Soujyuro, but after dealing with what seemed like a 6 o'clock Tobimaru, all he could do was accept his advice. He could say all he liked about the guy's tone, but deep down he knew that his advice was sound. Yeah, well. After the phone ordeal, Soujyuro finished up his shopping? What? It said he was going to his part-time job. Whoa. No. Am I the crazy one? Yeah, Soujyuro headed to his Dude. Okay. Soujyuro finished up his shopping and returned to the mansion just before noon. He was greeted by the sight of Aoko and Alice sitting in silent gloom. I'm going to assume one of those is wrong, and that it was just a translation error on one of them. And not a miswriting by Nasu. Though unsure of the circumstances, from the outside looking in, it seemed like the aftermath of an argument. It was similar to the calm after a violent blizzard accompanied by biting winds and a stinging hail. Or a similar atmosphere to the inside of an industrial freezer. It would not have been surprising to look up and see icicles hanging from the ceiling. That would be something. Yeah. He felt like a zookeeper, pained to see the raccoon and penguin at each other's throats. Who is who? He had seen this at his job at the zoo where he was a cleaner. Soujyuro found himself staring at them with the familiar, forlorn look of the zookeeper. Needless to say, the silence meant they were not fighting at this moment. Dinner served as a respite from the infighting. Soujyuro was oblivious to the circumstances surrounding the quarrel, but their day-in day-out battles against the mysterious mage was clearly taking a toll. Rude. Facing a quiet and contemplative Aoko, Alice was reading an old book, now sat on her lap as she was accustomed to. The book seemed somehow heavier than the other ones. just outright saying it, huh? He asked them as he took off his coat.
煮詰まるぐらい事態が進んでるならまだ面白みもあるんでしょうけどね。
Yeah, true.
今のご用よ、宗十郎。
Without quite knowing what Aoko was getting at, Soujyuro quizzically tilted his head. He told himself not to think too hard into it, but he could not entirely help it.
煮詰まってるってことはもうじき完成ってことでしょ。
True.
進展がないって意味合いなら行き詰まってると言うべきね。
Seemingly too preoccupied to scold Soujyuro, Aoko waved her hand as though shooing off an insect. But Soujyuro being Soujyuro.
じゃあ言い直して。や、あれから進展はあったかい？
Soujyuro wasn't willing to give up and held his ground.
宗十郎には関係ないわ。
You know, also true.
こっちの事情に関しては不可侵だって言わなかった。
He just wants to help. Let him help. Her response was calm but sharp. Surliness was her weapon of choice, and today she seemed determined to swing it at will.
もちろん聞いてる。ところで、お昼はまだだろ
？Soujyuro chose to brush off Aoko's attitude. If Aoko's weapon was surliness, Soujyuro's was blitheness. And he wielded just enough to make Aoko flinch.
どうしたの今日は？何かいいことでもあったわけ？
You know. Yeah, just had a good day of shopping, quote unquote. Soujyuro shrugged his shoulders.
まだなんだ。じゃあ、ちょっと提案がある。
Oh, I thought he was gonna talk more. He said as he dug around in the pocket of his now hung-up coat. Aoko gave a puzzled stare, while Alice's ears perked up at how positive he sounded.
実は今日、給料日だったんだ。お金も入ったことだし、外に遊びに行こう。
I don't know if one necessarily equates to the other, but okay. He spoke with a warm smile as he removed his wallet from his coat pocket. The other two did not know what to make of it.
宗十郎。
What? She wanted to take exception to his bright mood, but found herself wrestling with the idea of reacting positively to it. After all, he was making a gesture of good faith to try and make things better with what little funds he had. The thought itself was not a bad one, and she wanted to accept his earnest goodwill, but there was always the chance that Alice would keep quiet until the slightest thing annoyed her, at which point she would dash all their plans. You know, I don't know if she would. Maybe Alice of like a month ago, but like, I don't know. However, she was not in the mood to walk around town with either of the two, nor was the timing ideal.
悪いけど、今忙しいの。暇になったら思い出してあげるから、しばらく我慢して。
Alice seemed to give the same response, though wordlessly. Soujyuro was not about to be held back by the sullen mood.
忙しいって、ここで黙り合ってるだけじゃないか。
Bro, you are way too comfortable. Oh my god.
徹夜漬けの時、気分転換は必要だって言ったのは青崎だろ。行き詰まったら回れ右して戻らないとどこにも行けない。
Yeah. Soujyuro spoke with unusual confidence as he drew 2 tickets from his wallet and slapped them on the table. At first glance, they looked like advance tickets to a movie, but not quite. They were tickets to a famous aquarium. To get there, they would take the rapid train and subway to a city several times more modern than Misaki. A city that housed the biggest shopping mall in the prefecture, set to open next year, as well as a multi-purpose auditorium big enough to stage international conferences and famous plays. Wow.
それと、夜はメシアンでカレーでも食べてくれ。
Wow, Mr. Big Bucks here, huh? Saying that, he slapped 2 bills on the table, as if he had struck it rich. It was Sojuro's turn to make dinner tonight, after all. Wait, didn't he make dinner last night, or was that like a few days ago?
じゃあ、そういうことで。
Both their faces were like, Finished saying his piece, Soujyuro returned his wallet to his coat pocket. It was then that Aoko realized what Soujyuro meant by be seeing you.
ちょっと待った。そういうあんたはどうするのよ。
I guess not.
今日はアルバイト。
What did Chad? Like, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna, you know, go to the aquarium or have nice curry at a nice restaurant. No, I'm paying it all for you guys. Soujyuro was almost too quick with his response, hoping Aoko to see things for what they really were. Rather than for Sojuro's benefit, his gesture was instead an attempt to ease the tension that had built up between Aoko and Alice. Though if asked, both girls would tell you it was an unnecessary gesture. However, for him to pay this much attention to the household, if anything, gave Aoko reason to reflect on her own immaturity. Just eyeing Alice now, seeing what she's gonna say. Aoko glanced over to the still-seated Alice. At the same time, Alice peeked up at Aoko from behind her book. They kept still, staring at each other.
私は構わないけど、今やれることは全部やってあるし。そうね。そういうことならせっかくだし。
Alice stood up from the sofa, resigned to her decision. Soujyuro watched on, a satisfied smile upon his face. Aw. You sly bastard. 20 minutes later, as Aoko and Alice were done getting ready, Aoko called out to Soujyuro in the drawing room.
それじゃあ出かけてくるから、あんたもバイト。Soujyuro?
What happened? Soujyuro was crouched in front of the television, unaware that the two had entered the room.
もしかしてビデオいじってるの？
ああ、ちょうどよかった。青崎、これ。
As he turned to face them, he froze. What? Hey, yo! Soujyuro, bro, what are you looking at, bruh? Uh-huh. What is it, Soujyuro? And facing them only exacerbated the problem. Uh-huh.
私たちお言葉に甘えて出かけてくるけど、どうしたのよ一体。棚の後ろに落とし物でもしたの？
No, that's not. I don't think that's what the issue is. Soujyuro appeared to have gone stiff. Aoko stared at him curiously. Am I crazy or is he blushing? I swear there's the tiniest pinkness underneath his eyes. Though Alice silently nodded along with his bizarre reaction. She kept her thoughts to herself. Wait, Alice picked up on like on what's happening, but not Aoko? Okay.
いや、
なんかこう。Still gawking, his voice stuck in his throat. He was blissfully unaware that the shock he was experiencing was the direct result of his emotional state.
それじゃわからないってば。まったく、落ち着いてるくせに妙に挙動不審なんだから。アリスに決めたがられても仕方ないっていうか。
No, it's Alice looked on in silence. How is Alice less dense than Aoko? Like, he was not confused or in a daydream. That much you could tell. But this frozen look was by all accounts a first for Soujyuro.
それで何かあったの？
ああ、いや、これなんだけど。青崎、ビデオってどう使うんだ？
Shaking his head to regain his composure, Soujyuro pointed to the VCR. A VHS player sat on a shelf beneath the TV.
何？タイマー録画でもするの？
Aoko walked over and crouched next to Soujyuro in front of the TV.
いや、木の実からビデオを借りたんだけど、映らない。
Oh god. Why are you borrowing videos from Kinomi? Oh, please. Oh god. Please don't tell me it's something dirty. I will lose it if it's like... Oh god.
まずテレビの電源が入ってない。
Yeah, no, that would help. With a click, the TV screen flickered alive.
次、チャンネルを外線に合わせて。あら、意外にも真っ黒。木の実くんのことだからテープ頭から録画してると思ったけど。
What? I mean... I'm not surprised at all. Kenobi doesn't seem the type to reset his VHS tapes. During this time period, videotapes were still rather expensive. Therefore, it was only natural for people to not want to waste a single second of the tape's 120-minute capacity.
割と趣味には気を使う性格な
Oh,
のね。
that's what they meant. Okay.
じゃ、早送りっと。
Please don't. Please, 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 miss, please. I have. Don't be something dirty that's gonna get him smacked by Aoko and Alice, please. Aoko picked the small remote up and quickly pushed the button marked forward. The VCR beeped in protest. With several clicks and thuds, there was an empty whir from within the machine.
壊してないぞ、多分。
I think. The vast majority of people who say this are actually very prone to destroying electrical equipment. But that's a separate matter.
おまけにテープが入ってない。
Soujyuro, buddy. As soon as the words left her lips, it all made sense.
テープ？
Soujyuro imagined adhesive tape, clearly confused.
宗十郎、木の実くんから何か渡されなかった？
Uh-huh.
渡されたけど、ほら、テーブルの上。
What? Soujyuro, buddy. It's not just gonna magically start playing on your on your VCR TV by just having it. Okay. Though she should have been used to it by now. She caught herself wondering if Soujyuro was being stupid deliberately. Maybe.
木の実くんがなんて言ったか覚えてる？
テープ貸してやるから家に帰ったらビデオを見ろと。
Okay. I can see how this happened, but like, buddy, come on.
一番大事な言葉が抜けてたわけね。ああ、失望を通り越して怖くなるわ。あっさり順応しているように見えてこれだものね。
That's rude.
鉄のあたりな毎日送ってんのよ、あんたは。
Exasperated, Aoko fetched the tape in question. It was... Oh god. This could be like one of two things, and I don't... Okay. To Aoko, this knocked Hosuke Kinomi down a level on the ratings file she kept with the student council.
で、このテープをデッキに入れて再生すればいいの。爪は折ってないから、録画ボタンだけは押さないようにね。
爪とは？
ここ。テープの側面にへこみがあるでしょ。これをカバーしているのが爪。これを切り取っておくと、もうそのテープは上書き録ができなくなるのよ。そうね。例えるなら授業のノート。大事なものだから消しゴムで消えないようにフィキサチーフをかけたっていうか、ヒューマンエラーを物理的に防止するアナログな防御法ってわけ。
She inserted the tape into the VCR and handed the remote to Soujyuro. Just this small interaction used up a fair bit of Aoko's patience. Completely ignorant of Aoko's feelings, Soujyuro gleefully pressed the play button. Oh god. Please be an animal video.
なんかしいと思ってたけど、まさかここまでとはね。時代錯誤にも程がある。あんた、山で何やってたの？空手家じゃあるまいし、熊を倒す修行でもしてたとか言わないでしょうね。
Wouldn't that be interesting? Whether or not she knew this was rude, Soujyuro glanced at her with disdain.
それはもしかして俺をバカにしてるのか？
Yes.
心外ね。事実バカにしてるんだけど。
Yeah, Soujyuro, you gotta be more specific, buddy. Aoko answered unapologetically. On the TV. Okay. Oh, thank God, it's an actual animal video. Whew. I was concerned for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. On the TV, a crocodile's yawning mouth appeared.
そんなバカな話があるもんか。なんで熊を倒すために修行しなくちゃいけないんだ。
Soujyuro turned toward the TV in a huff. Perhaps because of his rare outbursts as he turned face to face with the gaping maw of the crocodile on the TV, he fell backwards in surprise. Aoko unpursed her lips upon seeing this, delighted. Uh-huh. It was relieving to see the boy disarmed.
けど青崎、この機械ずいぶん埃が積もっているけど、掃除はしていないのか？
You know, I'm not gonna comment, cause yeah, my monitors, PC, game, everything is dusty, so I can't say shit.
私はあんまり使わないし、アリスは見ないから今までほっぽってただけよ。ダメ元でトレーニング用に買ってもらったんだけど、飽きちゃった。イメージでどうにかできる問題じゃなかったっていうか。
Anyone with common sense? Perhaps? Aoko shrugged at her past superficiality. And Soujyuro was led to believe yet another falsehood about modern life, that VCRs would go out of fashion.
それじゃあ留守番お願いね。バイト、本当はないんでしょ？
What do you mean? Aoko said, smiling as she walked out of the drawing room. You're not gonna. Man, tell them to look good. Do it. Her grin was the cheap shot that left Soujyuro speechless. As he scratched his cheek, he was reminded of how she was not someone to be trifled with. Yeah. After watching the end of the drama between the other two, Alice made for the reception area as well. Left alone in the room, Soujyuro took his seat on the sofa. Well, it was certainly not easy making everything run smoothly around these parts. Right. Until they came back, he could enjoy his crocodile watching in peace. You know, again, I'm still surprised it was a regular animal video. Knowing Kinomi, I thought it was gonna be something weird. I'm actually gonna stop there. I would fit there Aoko and Alice's little adventure in as well, but I'm actually recording this the day of. I'm supposed to upload it, and so I don't want to take too much longer and have it go out really late in the day. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there since it seems like it's a decent enough stopping point. And yeah, next time will for sure be longer though. Again, just I got held up on some things and didn't record this until the day of, which is already past when I usually upload. So yeah, I want to get this done. So yeah, thank you for watching, and next time we will see Aoko and Alice's little adventure to the aquarium and possibly curry place. So, yeah. Later.